Good morning, class 9 students. In biology, today's topic is germination and the conditions necessary for germination. In my previous video, I have taught you about the bean seed and the maize grain, and I have also told you the major difference between these two seeds, as well as progress check is also done. So, students, let's start today's topic. Students, what is germination? You have seen a seed contains a embryo, and that embryo is in inactive form in the seed. In a dry seed, the embryo is inactive and it is said to be in the state of dormancy. So, what is dormancy? A period of rest. That embryo remains in the seed in the inactive form, and when you will see the seed, it appears to be without life, but all the chemical activities of life are going in through it, but in a very slow process. That is why it is said to be in active form. The dry seeds consumes oxygen and gives out carbon dioxide, but in a very minute quantity, and in a when conditions are favorable, the embryo awakens, becomes in inactive form and starts growing into seedling. So all the changes leading to the formation of a seedling are collectively called as germination. So germination is the process of formation of a seedling developed from the embryo. Okay, students, if a fresh seed from a plant normally does not germinate, even if the conditions are favorable, they have to go through the dormancy period. Means without dormancy period, a seed cannot germinate, because in the dormancy period only physiological maturation is there. Okay, students, clear? So now, conditions necessary for germination. The first one is water. Students, you all know the seed obtains water from its environment, that is through the from the soil and in natural conditions also. The water is absorbed all over the surface, but mainly through the microbial. When I have taught you about the bean seed, I have told you that is there is a small opening in between the seed, that is microbial, and from the microbial only the seeds absorbs water. When the seed absorbs water, it swells up and the seed coat will rupture, allowing the radicle to form the root system. I have told you that radicals forms into the root system, and the second one is plumule, which forms into the shoot system. Water is also necessary for chemical reactions and for the enzymes to act upon the food stored in the cotyledons. So water is very important for condition of for germination. Okay. The second favorable condition is suitable temperature. Students, seeds cannot grow in a very high temperature also and in very low temperature also, because at the high temperature will destroy the delicate tissues of seed, and very low temperature inhibits means rokna the growth of embryo. It inhibits the growth of embryo. So a moderate warm temperature is necessary for seed to germinate, and that moderate temperature is called as optimum temperature. Always remember, optimum temperature should be 25 degrees Celsius to 35 degrees Celsius for seeds to germinate. Okay. Now the you also remember that seeds which are found in tropical regions need high temperature, because they adapt themselves for high temperature than those of the temperate regions. Okay. Now the third condition is oxygen. Students, you know, during germination there is a rapid cell division and cell growth. When a seed germinates, how seed germinates? Because in the cell of the seed there is cell division and cell growth is going on there, and for that cell division and cell growth energy is required. And how they are getting this energy? They are getting this energy by the process of respiration. Respiration is by oxidation of food, and with the help of respiration they get this oxygen, and that oxygen is used by the seed to germinate. Okay, clear? Now one more thing, students, you have seen when the seeds are sown very deep into the soil, they fail to germinate, they don't germinate. Why so? Why? There are two main reasons. The first one is there is no proper supply in the deep soil. Okay, there is no proper supply of oxygen in the deep soil. And the second is the seed coat, means the hypocotyle or epicotyle of the seed, they can't force and break the upper layer of the soil. They don't have that much strength to break the upper layer of the soil. That is why when the seeds are sown very deep inside the soil, they fail to germinate. Okay, clear, students? So students, I hope germination and the conditions necessary for it is clear to you all. Now in my next video I will tell you experiments on germination. Okay students, so whatever is taught to you all through this video, you go through it and you also read the book, and the topic will be very very clear to you all. So concentrate on your studies, students. Thank you very much.